make you so special? Why did he bless you? Think about it. I woke up this morning. Gotta smile when I say that shit. Woke up this morning. Go.
We're live, guys. I'm live with Michael Noel and Ryan Thornhill. And I was actually curious what you guys think about the mustache. You guys like the stash?
At first, it threw me off a little bit.
Is it distracting?
But I think it's growing on me the more I see it, I think.
And it's growing by the day, baby.
Yeah, there you go.
That's badass.
Well, I'm doing it for a Christmas picture. Like, I'm growing it out for the next 3 weeks, and then I'm going to get, like, ugly sweaters and get all the roomies together and just take a picture outside with mustaches.
Everyone's going the mustache?
I hope.
If I could grow a mustache,
I know, me too. I can't grow a mustache.
I can't. I just get dirt. I get bad dirt going.
I see a lot of kids trying to do it that can't really do it.
Yeah.
It's like...
And when you try and you can do it, it's way more embarrassing than if you actually pull it off.
You can rock it,
patchy mustache.
You can rock
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I see you.
I've never tried. This is the first time I've ever tried to grow a stash out in my entire life. So
It's working pretty well, I'd say.
I'm happy with it.
So the entire Missouri State hockey team did it the other night for their like whenever they like called their names out, they'd skate out and they all had big thick mustaches. It was kind of funny.
That's funny.
I hate to be the guy that like couldn't
have
one. It's like, does he have one? You have to zoom in.
Like, mustache, no mustache,
No,
mustache. Like, no, you don't want to be that guy.
Well, I wanted to thank you for coming on in your last day of college, because I would assume right now, like in your last days, you're probably like just trying to cram as much shit as possible before you graduate.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I was supposed to be doing homework today, and Mikey walked in my room. My roommate walked in my room, and he's like, "Let's go golfing and drink some beer." And I said, "All right." That's all it took me. So I'm gonna do it all on Sunday now. But I got so much stuff to do before the semester. But
I believe it.
when you mentioned this, I wanted to come on. It sounds fun. So
yeah, it's a good time, honestly.
Yeah.
You guys want to shotgun the beer to start?
I'm down.
Yes.
I don't know if this will explode.
I just thought this would be the dopest start.
I'm gonna do one that.
Except I should probably. I'm gonna move this up.
The globe.
You like it right here?
So how does it feel to be graduating? Like what's going through your mind? Because I feel like I have like I look forward to graduation in a lot of aspects, but at the same time, I'm just trying to like enjoy college for what it is.
It's exactly what you just said. Like, it's so bittersweet. Like, I mean, I've had so many good times here, but at the same time, I'm ready to get out because I hate school.
Yeah.
Like, I hate the system of just going to class, paying to go to class and do their work for. I mean, you know, it just.
And all like you're just accumulating debt the whole time you're here too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then so it's been stressful with the hard work because I'm upper level classes now,
right.
And I got to find a job at the same time. So I'm just everything's piling on.
Yeah.
At the same time.
How's that going?
But you're gonna miss the college lifestyle. Though.
Oh yeah.
Like that's
the thing that's yeah.
Like I love the way that I live right now, even though it is hard at times, like the school part. But college
so stressful. You're just like overwhelming. I hate just shitty teachers, but it is what it is.
Like you went out Wednesday night, Thursday night. Drinking now.
I'm not gonna do that for the rest of my life.
Over. That's over after.
Might as well embrace it.
Like, how often are you gonna wake up and your roommate's gonna be like, "Yo, let's go drink some beer"?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My roommates are gonna be my parents for maybe a year or so probably not gonna happen.
Your mom walks in one day.
7 a.m.
Wake up, pussy!
Yeah.
Shotgun.
Mom, I'm trying to sleep.
Shotgun this beer, then go back to bed.
I don't think it's gonna work that way.
Oh,
I wish it went that way.
I'm always so bad at finding the hole of these.
Finding the hole. You gotta find the hole. That's one of the.
It's the art of it.
Yeah.
Keep it away from your laptop.
Oh yeah.
Keep it.
Here, we'll put it under
the right tilt angle for the hole.
Here, wait.
This is a leap of faith.
Hey.
Got you.
Wait, what's
this helps a lot. It makes it a lot easier.
No shit. You just wait. What do you
like
do?
put that on the bottom of the thing and then like
and just stab into it.
Yeah. Just
okay.
I can't.
So just like a key kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way better.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Dude, I always anticipate the absolute worst when it comes to shotgunning. So what's been like your mentality this semester with like going into it, like have as much fun or?
Dude, honestly, I've just been playing it day by day. Like I've been trying to think too much ahead because every time I do, I stress out and I feel like
that's when I get overwhelmed too.
Underachieving or something. So I just don't really like to think about it. But it's not like I'm neglecting all my responsibilities at the same time. I just play day by day.
Well, same with school.
I mean, I gotta prepare. Yeah, I gotta prepare for tests and everything. But you know, I'm not freaking out over something that's next week a lot of the time.
Right.
I'll just deal with it when it comes to it.
Like, you don't feel any obligation to, like, have more fun this semester because it's like...
kind of.
Like, go out with a bang kind of mentality?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to a degree, but at the same time, I've got to grow up, and like, so it's hard, but all right, ready?
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers. So do you have a job? Do you know that situation?
Well, the thing about that is, I don't know if I'm going to move away or stay at home.
So I noticed
in St. Louis, because like for a lot of my major, like people move down south or to like the coast. But I'm gonna miss like family and friends, so I don't know if I want to do that right away.
What about you, Jordan? Do you want to stay in close by, or you want to get out?
Oh, like after graduation?
Yeah.
I would like to get away for a few years and then go back to St. Louis, most likely. But
I agree with that.
Same mentality, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. Like, so I think it's interesting how you can make decisions and your life can just go in completely opposite directions. Like, you can move to Toronto and then get inspired to like, or get a job offer down in like Orlando. You know, like whatever happens.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The only reason I'd want to go back to St. Louis though is just family. You know,
family and friends. But I don't know. I know a few people that have moved away, and they like it. Yeah. I know one guy that came back because he got homesick. But other than that, like the majority, the majority of it though, everyone likes moving away. Something different.
It comes down to the personality type?
Yeah, personality type. How independent.
You definitely have to be outgoing. Like you got to be able to make friends. Like I feel like that's like the biggest problem is if you can't go down, you're going to go someplace where you don't know anybody, so you got to make connections right away.
Right.
If you don't do that, then you're just going to not have any fun.
Which I would not feel. I definitely think I could meet a lot of friends, but I think the meeting them would be the hard part, if that makes sense.
You have to have like a little help, like through work. Like if you work with a good group of people, yeah. It won't just like fall into your lap, I guess.
Right.
Or you hope it will, but.
Do you think you'll keep playing soccer? Like maybe like indoor soccer leagues
I want
or something?
to. I want to stay active.
Yeah, totally.
In as many ways possible. I mean, I love soccer. Like, and it sounds kind of dumb, but like, intramurals was like the last competitive we're gonna get, and people don't realize how like those are the people that could probably play in college, but just barely didn't for some reason. I mean, you even did.
Yeah.
So.
And you could have played too.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's a lot of people like. So it's really competitive.
It is a good league.
That's why I like it so much.
It's a very good league.
Yeah.
I was not like honestly the caliber of play. I wasn't anticipating it to be that high. Not like top notch going into it.
Yeah, it's like people that don't play. I mean, I think we could have beaten the club team even.
I get pissed whenever people would like do something stupid or something on the sideline, just watching the games. Like if one of you guys fucked up, like I was into it just as much as you guys were. Like it matters. Intramural sports are legit.
Yeah.
I always hate whenever kids talk shit for you and then you gotta back it up for the bullshit they're talking.
That's me all the time, dude.
It's like, yeah, Thornhill can kick your ass. And it's like,
they said that because my cousin plays on Pike.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, they were saying, like, how I'm the better one. I'm like, well, shit, now I have to be the better one.
I gotta outperform this
guy.
Yeah. Now you gotta fill some expectation that you didn't even talk shit about.
But I perform better under pressure, so I like it. I like it and hate it.
So what would you say, like soccer, how has soccer, like, kind of made you into, like, the person you are today?
Just because, like, I mean, I don't know, I played my whole life, so it just gave me competitiveness, I think.
Okay.
And I feel like if you're not competitive at least a little bit in every aspect, even with, like, working or a job, if you're not competitive, then, I mean, it's all about like winning. So if you want to like work for a company and you do the best job you can do, you're technically like winning, right?
Right.
So I feel like the same mentality is with soccer.
Life is all about winning.
Yeah. Not trying to think, not like, you know what I mean, not in like a pretentious way, like you have to win. But I think like it just gave me competitiveness now.
Would you say competitiveness with like your will to compete with other people or with yourself?
Well, both. It depends in which, though. Go ahead, yeah.
You obviously want to beat. Like I never was like I didn't play like any like hardcore sports in high school or anything.
Well, you played basketball, right?
freshman and sophomore year, but I hate losing. Like I don't care what I'm playing.
Even today,
if I'm playing ping pong, I hate losing.
Well, we played golf today, and I was low key trying to play it off, but I don't know. I just hate losing. We lost by 1 stroke, and I was just bitter the whole time.
And it's like recreational, and it still irks you.
It's $5 on the line. Like,
if I would have chipped that like a little bit closer, putted that much closer, we would have tied or won. So I don't know. I think that's a good thing, better than a bad thing.
It's definitely a good thing. Wanting to win in everything just makes you better.
Just makes you successful.
Yeah.
So do you guys like winning more, or do you hate losing? Like, do you hate losing more than you love winning, or love winning more than you hate losing?
That's a hard question.
I don't know. I've heard that asked before too, but I've never like thought that through.
Well, when people ask me on my top, like, I don't know, my mom's asked me before or something, like, what my top 3 things I hate are, and losing's definitely one of them. So I'd say I'd probably hate losing more.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard question, but like the feeling of like the love of winning, and like after you won something and you feel like proud of yourself, it kind of comes and then goes.
It goes away away. Almost.
Like, dude, like losing can eat you up for years.
Yeah.
Like, you can think about that shit for years.
Exactly. If you ain't first, you're last. So, I mean,
wise words of Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the hell that means. Well, you can be second, you can be third,
you can even be fourth. Great movie. Great movie. It's honestly one of my all-time favorites.
Oh yeah.
Saw that in theaters right whenever it came out.
I think Will Ferrell would hold like a lot of my all-time favorites.
I don't like Will Ferrell all that much anymore. Like his newer stuff.
Yeah.
But when I was like that age, whenever like Talladega Nights came out, Will Ferrell was hilarious.
He was killing it in that era.
And whenever he does like Saturday Night Live and stuff like that, especially
that's where he started.
Yeah, that stuff's great.
His George Bush impersonation is so funny. It's so perfect.
Impersonations are funny. Do you know who Frank Caliendo is?
No, I don't.
You should look him up. He's just like a comedian.
Yeah, let's pull him up.
He does just like random. He does his George Bush.
He does someone good.
He does John Madden. The best.
Yeah, man.
John Madden.
Does Trump impersonation.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen this, but
if you don't do a Trump impersonation nowadays, you're not a comedian.
I don't even do it good, but I think anybody can do it.
Everyone does a Trump impersonation.
Oh, is this? Wait.
It looked like one minute maybe.
How much of the donut is right here?
That's all right there. It is an extra veggie.
Oh,
that is good.
I call it the pizza slice. It's like a slice of pizza, triangle going downward that you look at the eyes, nose.
This dude's funny.
And that's right. I've lost like 60 pounds, so it helps.
You have.
If you just watch his like stand-up routine, it's all just imitating like he does like.
Who was that girl? My thing is, dude, I mean, I think Trump impersonations are hilarious, but I hate how many people are getting famous just for talking about Trump.
Yeah.
It's actually ignorant how many people are famous now. You flip on, you'll see a commercial, and like the highlight of it for you to watch their show is them making fun of Trump. It's like, oh, this is a new thing. Nope.
Or furthering their like fame and that like getting even more like Alec Baldwin. Like, doesn't he do Saturday Night?
He does, yeah. And then that Trevor Noah dude. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah,
he's on like Comedy Central or something.
Is he mixed?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Every time I see a Comedy Central commercial, it's him making fun of Trump. I'm like, how do people think this is still funny? It's like coping with him winning the presidency, I feel like. I don't know. It's like so annoying.
Yeah, so I'm curious what people are gonna think about him like years to come. Because this is bizarre.
That's been 1 year.
Thought. Yeah.
It's also bizarre that we've only had in our lifetimes like Bill Clinton, Bush, Obama, and now Trump, 4 presidents.
Yeah.
22 years old, and only 4 presidents.
Bush had 2 terms, Obama had 2 terms, and Clinton was when we were born, I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I've never even thought about that. It's a good point. There's only been 4 presidents.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird to think about.
Dude, what I hate whenever people like engulf like a lot of their time into politics, unless you want to do that for the rest of your life. Unless you want to be a politician. Because like honestly, your opinion is going to make the slightest difference.
Mm-hmm.
And like people that just post their stuff on Facebook and stuff about all their politic opinions.
Well, it's easy to think.
I think that people that like that make fun of them. Like I don't know.
I'll laugh.
It's kind of funny.
I'll laugh.
Like the people they used to do like impressions of George Bush were great. Like that stuff is funny. But I know what you're saying. Like, it's over the top. Like, every single thing is about politics now.
I agree. I think it's
late night talk show. Yeah.
Well, the divide's greater than it's ever been.
Yeah. Between the right and the left.
Yeah.
That's the bizarre part about Trump the most. He's made this country, well, not even him single-handedly, just the country in result has become very divided.
I feel like, it's been getting divided for a while now, though. It's just been with everything going on. It's getting worse. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where it's all coming from, because everyone I know, like everyone I meet, I try to be. It's not like I'm being fake to people or something. If I like you, or if I'll talk to you, if you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. I don't care what your political opinion is. We can be civil at least, or we can be friends.
It's just a disagreement.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
But every time you go online or on Twitter, some people just love to complain to each other and just insult each other, and just like the worst of America just coming out online. And I feel like it's getting
worse.
The
most bizarre part is like the Republicans and the liberals. At the end of the day, they're on the same team. They're on America's team.
Yeah.
But they just build up so much resentment towards each other because of a disagreement, which is
when really they should just be living their lives, because whoever is president, like, they can make fun of them, but it's not going to change their future.
It's not going to change anything. It doesn't even matter that much either. Like, Trump is whatever he's proposed. He hasn't even passed. A lot of shit hasn't even passed, so you're just complaining about nothing. Like, you're complaining about the littlest things just because you're bitter.
Just live your life.
Same with people. I mean, that happened when Obama was president too. People did the same thing. It's on both sides, but it's just over the top. Just get off. I mean, I get on Twitter a lot, but get off your phone and just live your life.
I look on Twitter for stuff that makes me laugh, though.
Me too.
Like,
every once in a while you see a tweet about some political thing. You're like, wow, it's just...
Well, some people are really funny about it.
Oh, I know, yeah.
And also, some of Trump's tweets are just insane. Cause he's the first president that's really... I guess Obama tweeted, but his tweets are just so bizarre. Like he's tweeting about another... What did he tweet the other day about... Well, he tweeted about
the Kim Jong-un thing?
Yeah.
That cracked me up. I didn't even think it was a real account.
Like, about how, like, he was trying to be friends with him, but he...
No, he called him... So, why would him call me... I forgot what Kim Jong-un called him.
I know
but he's like... I would never call him short and fat, but he basically See, I think that's hilarious, and people get so butthurt about that.
Who cares about that?
Like Trump or hate him, but I think that's hilarious. If Obama said that about anyone, I'd be like, wow, okay, here we go.
Oh, wow, there are a lot of them. Yep, here it is. Why would Kim Jong-un insult me by calling me old when I would never call him short and fat? Oh, well, I try so hard to be his friend, and maybe someday that will happen.
Subtweet.
That's just so funny. It's so funny, though.
Dude, he tweeted some shit the other day, too, that was... I forgot what it was. It was absolutely bananas. It was... It was like how he was like nominated as Person of the Year or something like that, but he wasn't nominated as Person of the Year.
Yeah. No, yeah. So he was like, I don't want to be Person of the Year anywa's.
And then they said that he wasn't nominated or something.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I don't know. I just think the whole thing is such a joke. It's such a joke.
Does he do it to get a reaction or what?
Dude, I've heard a lot of things about his whole like philosophy on things. I think either people are really overthinking what he's saying, or he's just saying it. But a lot of the stuff he says is true if you think about it. If you hear it and then a month later, people will be outraged right when he says it, but a month later it'll come true, and no one really talks about it because it's kind of diffused a little bit.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I definitely think the guy just needs to stop tweeting. But I think a lot of the stuff he says has some truth to it. I don't know.
He's definitely a narcissist.
If he wasn't, the president, it would be like he'd be awesome. Like it's just like the stuff that he says as the president with the title president is not appropriate.
Yeah,
it's bizarre.
But if he was like just some guy, some celebrity, it'd be good. Like it'd be hilarious. Like we'd all love it.
Like
everyone loved it.
Yeah, well, that's why The Apprentice was so popular.
Yeah, if it didn't have to do with politics, there would obviously be haters, but everyone just takes their sides.
Yeah. Because if you have one mentality the whole time, you're not going to change your mind based on a tweet. Think about it. No tweet has ever changed anyone's mind about anything.
Yeah, true.
So you're just going to have to strengthen your opinion or, I don't know. Because I think it hurts us more than it helps us.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. On the larger scale.
To focus on our differences like, more than we need to. Wait, so on The Apprentice, was he like just a total fucking savage, or?
Pretty much.
Really?
I watched it a couple. I was young when I watched it. Did you watch it?
I've never seen him before.
I think.
Is it like the Jersey Shore?
He had, no. It was basically.
That's reality TV for me.
No, it was.
They're all orange.
It was one of the first reality shows, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know anything different, but he had people work for like his businesses or do a business job for him, and the people that did the best, they had certain projects and certain things they had to do. And the ones that did the best, and just obviously you could tell by their work and by what their team members said, they would win the Apprentice.
That's kind of a cool. That's kind of a cool. Like
it's business oriented. I think
it's kind of a cool purpose.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's because I used to watch it, and because the basic like you're fired thing. That's what that's from.
Fired.
Yeah, that's what that's from.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's the whole base.
It's like an elimination thing. Like you make it to the next round, make it to the next round.
Yeah, it's like Survivor, but based on performance.
That's actually should be a thing now. I feel like that'd be an interesting show.
And it makes businesses better. And it makes money for.
Shows who's the smartest, who's the best at their job.
Yeah. So I actually originally brought this question up for Thornhill because I think, but it's super applicable to you as well, Noel. But what do you guys? Because I think both of you guys are like just genuine, like authentic dudes, you know. And so, what would you guys think of like what do you whenever keep it real? Like, what does that expression mean to you guys?
So, well, in what context? So,
I guess just like philosophy on life.
I mean, a lot of the times I hear that, it's just not. No one really means it when they say it. They just say, "Oh, keeping it real."
So what does it mean to be real, be authentic to you guys?
It means what it means.
Just telling the truth.
Yeah. Just like not hiding shit. Like I feel like guys are a lot more.
Guys are way better at this than girls.
Like with
not a sexist thing.
Like,
but
I don't want to get into this too deep, but like last year, it's so funny to me. I knew like 3 different groups of girls that all lived together, like 4 girls that lived together, and by the end of the year, they all hated each other.
No way.
And like now, I lived with like 14 guys last year. Like the year before that, I lived with like.
You said 4 different groups or 4 individual girls?
3 different groups of 4 girls, and they're just like.
And all 3 groups hated each other.
Just girls, this like roommates. Whenever girls room together, they just don't get along.
Yeah, I think that's why
because they don't keep it real. Like
right, I think that's
because
guys
guys will come home and like tell somebody what happened. Like girls will like hide shit.
Yeah,
and then the other girls will find out about what happened later. Like that's a classic.
There's nothing like more attractive. Like a very just blunt female to me that is like extremely attractive. Like whenever they're extremely honest.
I agree. Definitely. Because we're used to girls being, especially, I think it was worse growing up in like a Catholic school. I don't know, maybe
definitely.
Not. But girls are always, they just wanted, I guess, to have friends or something,
top
to have
status.
A group. So there was always a group, and they couldn't even, a lot of the times they weren't even friends with each other. But
and if they aren't friends, then they won't be friends. Like 2 weeks later, and then 2 weeks after that, they will be friends. And then,
the longest I've ever been mad at one of my friends is maybe a couple days.
Yeah.
And I mean, none of my friends have really done anything too bad to me, but. If one of my roommates right now, if they do something wrong, if they come back, I had a class the next morning at like 8 a.m. and my roommates will come back drunk, and I'll go out and say something like, "Hey, you guys are being really loud."
You tell them.
I'll tell them
what the problem
is. I'll be pissed then. I'll be really pissed then because I have to wake up in 3 hours. But then the next morning, I'll talk to them and be completely fine, not even think about it.
Totally.
Like, maybe mention something. So, and it's not like them. Like, I understand that they were drunk and like I could do the same thing at any point too. So it's just an understanding of your surroundings and the people you hang out with, I think.
Yeah, I would agree.
What do you think?
Like keeping it real?
Yeah.
I would agree. I think honesty is a super important aspect of it. Just like being straight up, like don't hide your shit. And along those lines, like I think a lot of girls, they have the problem with holding on to those emotions, like positive or negative, and you just gotta let that shit go. And that's what I mean, just naturally, for whatever reason, like, guys are just a lot better at letting go of shit.
Yeah.
I don't find it that difficult.
No, I don't know at all.
Holding grudges is like...
It eats you up eternally. Yeah.
I can think of, like, a lot of the grudges that I've had, and, like, looking back on them, and, like, right now, I don't think a single one really bothers me. Like, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it obviously bothered me at one time, but I'm
fine now.
Over it a couple days later, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I think that's just like a... That's like a genetic difference between... Like, you could talk to a lot of girls you know right now, and they would still be mad about something, I bet.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm betting right now. I don't know.
No, they could bring it up too, like right on the point.
I don't want to assume or anything, but a lot of girls I've talked to, they know.
We need to have a girl. We need to have a girl's opinion on this conversation.
Yeah, we do. I don't want to speak for them. I don't want to be sexist or anything, but I feel like they do hold on to.
And we're speaking generally. Obviously, their differences.
Right,
yeah,
right. Generally.
Very broad speaking, but yeah, that's so weird how like just the gender makes that difference. Like how,
not like that's necessarily a bad thing though. They could have a reason to be mad.
I can see it playing out to an advantage.
It's just biology, maybe.
Maybe.
Like,
but why?
Yeah, why? I don't know. It's the way things were meant to be. So, what if I know we touched on this earlier. I think this is a good question. What if like they're coming out with a new Jersey Shore in 2018?
Oh,
it's like a reunion or something. Would you guys want to go on a show like Jersey Shore? Like, do you think that'd be fun?
Like to be?
That's two different questions. If I would want to go on one, or if I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, let's hit both.
I would not want to go on one, but I think it would be fun.
That's fair.
I feel like it's another very interesting like concept. I feel like I can't believe there's not one right now. Like
there is. They're doing like Floribama Shore.
Yeah, that one's stupid.
That's
like
dumb.
that Jersey Shore, the original Jersey Shore was like it was a good show. Like,
is it like super southern? Like
did you watch? Yeah,
it's
a bunch of hicks.
Trent told me to come down here.
You want to come down and sit down?
He told me to. He said.
Well, we were
just talking about girls. We need a girl's opinion. Well, that was about.
What's up, my dudes? Oh shit! It's
Yeah.
Here, sit down right here,
Okay, what's going on?
Yeah, we got a fourth seat.
Who are you?
I am Ciara.
We were just talking about girls and not in a negative way.
Dude, I gotta tell you the biggest shit story because I've been up there psychotic.
Wait, I feel like this is like right on.
Like that dude's
psychotic. My ex is psychotic.
Are you gonna get over it like soon, or is it gonna be like?
Oh no,
3 weeks?
I'm done.
Like,
no, I'm done. Like that was it. I told him. I said I'm fucking done with you. You're psychotic. Over.
You, and Taylor all have very psycho ex-boyfriends. Why is that?
Psycho!
Why is
you missed like 7 psycho stories.
It's biology.
It just automatically got more dramatic.
He showed up to the bar, got kicked out, and the dude, he showed up here. Were you here? Yeah. My ex showed up. That was psychotic. Well, okay. My ex always comes to the fucking darty shits
and then
here.
He showed up at the bar that I was at, came to the bottle service. Like, he wasn't out. Like, he just showed up, tried to, like, grab me to talk to me, and I was like, stop grabbing me. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm drunk right now. And the guy started throwing the drinks on him and, like, hitting him, and then he got kicked out.
Did he grab you here or at the bar?
At the bar.
Because I remember when he stopped by here, did he come in the house?
Yes, he came in the house. He was inside the house. I walked him out and was like, leave.
This random guy shows up in our house, but he didn't know.
He has no idea about Tread.
Okay.
Well, now he does, but he didn't before.
You're on video right now, just so you know. I don't know if that affects what you're going to say.
Yeah, this is all going to get publicized. You're probably going to be famous after.
Well, I think the funniest thing
Oh my god, so that's all on there.
We were
Who do
just
you post this to?
Yeah.
Who watches this?
Yeah.
Do people watch it?
I actually, one of them got one got
people
like
from
400
here?
something. Do what?
Do people from here, like Missouri State?
Yeah, I'll probably send you a video.
We were just having a normal conversation and mentioned how girls are really dramatic, and you guys came down here and started dramatic. Thank you for that.
It's not us.
You bet.
If I told the story, you would all be like, "What the fuck?"
I didn't want to be like, I don't know. I didn't want to be sexist because a lot of girls get offended by it.
Do what?
Yeah,
we shotgun. Yeah.
I'm so sad.
I think that whole
you missed it. Yeah, that was a pretty.
But what are your thoughts on that? We need some girls.
Are girls dramatic?
Yes.
Is that the question?
They are.
Absolutely. Yes. I'm the most dramatic person I know.
I'm very dramatic too.
You think you hold grudges more than guys do?
Yes. I think
it depends. I think it depends.
Oh, I'll bring up something that happened 2 years ago.
Well, absolutely.
But if I did something a month ago and you bring it up, I'm
done.
Like, don't bring it up. Yeah, you're done.
Like you're not. We got over that a month ago. What are you talking
about? You're not getting laid tonight.
Oh yeah,
if you're bringing up something I did, but. I just have to say that girl from a year ago, though, that you looked at the bar.
Yeah.
Double standard. Double standard.
Oh yeah, so bad.
Definitely.
So bad.
For sure.
Every time, no, that is me, like, to a T. Like, I'm like, oh, you want me to stay in while you go to the bars? Fuck no, but you better stay in while I go to the bars.
But you're crazy.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. I'm like, I'll let him go. I'll pick him up.
But why are you willing? Like you're.
I'm the opposite.
I do if they're not a cheater
and accept that.
Yeah, I guess I've never dated someone. I've never. Dated
Then why would you talk to them if they're a cheater? Then so why would you know?
Yeah. Oh, good question. Why are you talking to this guy that has cheated on you multiple times?
That's a very good question.
Oh, it's happening. Oh.
No, that's how I ended it today.
Until tonight.
Well, I stopped sleeping with him like a month ago, and so like his big deal is he just found out I started sleeping with other people, so now he's fucking psycho and was like, oh, you want to come over and smoke and talk? And I was like, yeah, sure. Go over there.
For weed. She used him for the weed.
I go over there and he starts yelling at me that I'm friends with his roommate on Snapchat, that I had something on my story last night. Like I blocked him.
That was mine.
I blocked him. I blocked him on all social media.
Conversation.
I get there and he goes, I want to see your Snapchat. And I was like, why? He said, I just want to look at your Snapchat. And I said, well, I blocked you. He said, yeah, so can you show me your Snapchat? I'm like, yells at me about my Snapchat, yells at me. He told me I'm a shitty person.
And then the best part is, so he invites her over to tell her that he's not wanting to have sex with her.
Yeah, and I'm like, did you forget 2 hours ago when I told you that if I was going to be friends with you, we were never going to sleep with each other again? I wasn't saying the night with you, blah, blah, blah.
This podcast. Not anymore.
Like,
this is why Noel stays a virgin, because he doesn't have to deal with that problem.
You're virgin.
Thanks for pointing that out.
Plan, idea.
I'm definitely, no.
I wish I was.
I don't think I've met a virgin in college.
It's like touching a unicorn.
It is.
No, there totally is one. I can't think of her name.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name, but there is one, 100%.
Don't.
But I'm gonna say it. I know I'm gonna say it off camera.
Okay.
I think that's kind of rude.
Well,
I want to know who it is. Just say it.
No, I can't think of her name. I'm literally gonna have to look her up on Instagram because I can only like.
So what annoys you about guys the most in relationships? Because we were kind of not bashing on girls, and there's
not even in relationships. No, not even.
Just in general, yeah.
Because relationships are.
They don't try or they don't care until you leave. And then, or until you're about to leave, and then they're like apologizing.
Literally, they said, if you walk out that door, I'm done. I open the door, please don't go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they're like. Like, don't say that. Why can't you just act like you want me before we?
Yeah, but then they do go, and then you text them.
Oh yeah, I left, and he was calling me when I was on the same street. Oh, I didn't text him. Okay, but the question.
I would have texted.
We're off topic here. We gotta get this podcast. Okay, so I have probably
I think they were talking about Trump. Or something.
We were.
When I came down.
But we don't want to talk about that.
So one of them is. Fuck! It's literally on the tip of my tongue.
I forgot the question.
I know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to process it.
Do you think that girls get along with girls better, or guys get along with guys better?
Guys get along.
Guys get along with guys.
Girls are too fake. Like I could like
petty.
That's where the conversation.
Like it'll be something like we'll just be sitting.
Like my guy friends. Some of my guy friends are better than my girlfriend.
See, but at least we weren't like talking shit. Like they think the same thing that we think.
Oh yeah.
There's no like we were being sexist.
Based off my 20 years of life.
It's just how it is.
Facts and
I just poured some.
I'm so mad. I had such a good answer for that boy question, and now I can't think of it.
It was you remember you asked it?
Yeah, ask the question again.
That was your question, the original.
The boy thing. What annoys me?
Oh, what annoys you about guys in relationships?
Okay, they lie about everything. Like, and it's just stupid shit. Like
maybe you're going for the wrong guys.
Or they don't tell you.
Well, no, but it's literally
like what two things they lie about.
So like a lie. So the thing was
but it's
on
everything.
social media.
Oh.
I will say social media is a big problem.
Oh, 100%. Social media is like I fucking hate it. When I'm married, I'm not gonna have that shit done. Like.
I'll speak for myself. I don't really lie about social media, anything. I don't know if...
I don't like that. What do you mean about lying about it?
Or simply not telling. A lot of them is
like liking an Instagram picture because.
Or like, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I had a problem with.
Wait.
Very obviously,
before we continue, you both are like yelling at the same time. So like,
we both have such good points.
But then, so if you guys both have such good points.
Okay, hurry, wait. I'm losing my point right now. I'm losing my point right now.
So yeah, take turns.
I'm losing my point right now. Okay. So an example of this is like for the social media. Why social media is a problem is my ex definitely had a type. And he goes on Instagram and he follows girls that fit that type. Like just hot, like I used to have blonde hair when we first started dating. So like hot blondes, like small, short, like that's his type. And so he will go and follow all those girls and like all their pictures, try and talk to them, like DM them, like stuff like that. And I'm just like, why'd you follow her? Like, and he's like, oh, like, I just thought she'd, like, we could be friends or something, like, blah, blah. I'm like, you don't know her. You don't have any mutual friends with her. You're not going to be her friend. Like, you didn't follow her because you're like, oh, this girl looks like a girl I want to be friends with. Like, you followed her because she's attractive. Like, you can say that to me. Like, shit, I follow guys because I think they're attractive. Like, so what? But, like, he'll be like, oh, like, I just thought, like, or, like, there was this, like, he would, like, call girls, and I'm like, what'd you call her for? They're like, oh, like, she needed to vent to me about something. And I'm just like, okay. And then, like, I found out, like, they hung out and, like, smoked for, like, 4 hours. And I'm like, why didn't you just tell me that? Like, you hung out and you smoked. Like, so why'd you have to say, oh, she called me and vented to me about her?
So it's the type of guys. It's the type of guys. It's dishonest guys. That's what you guys are complaining about. You're not complaining about the general
I have literally never in my entire life met an honest guy. I haven't.
Really?
I have not met an honest guy in my entire life.
I would honestly say...
Okay, or not, maybe not met, dated. I've never dated.
Whose fault is that?
That is not my fault.
Oh.
They didn't ask her out.
It's their fault for...
They hide that they're liars until, like, you're in. Oh, like, the crazy did not come out for, like, 10 months.
Maybe they're lying to you to get in.
There's another thing. I can't get married until I'm, like, with the guy for, like, 3 years because I don't
ever want to get married. I don't think you ever know a person. You never, ever know a person.
3 years is short.
What'd you say? How many?
That's personal.
I said 3 at least.
3 years?
Yeah, I'd say like...
Okay, our clocks are
I'd say it was 5, personally.
Yeah, you can have babies before you're 30 or else.
Yeah, I'm 21. I'll be 22.
I mean, you don't have to, but...
You're supposed to have them before, like,
some 30-year-olds watching this right now, like, fuck you. You think you're...
The only thing I care about, like, I'm going to be a doctor by 25. Done. Then I will begin the children.
Oh, see.
I don't even want a husband until I'm a doctor, so I can be Dr. Matthews.
And why are you worried so much about guys right now?
I'm not.
It's not. It's just
I'm not. It's just one guy's just psycho.
No, she makes it psycho because she doesn't leave.
I know.
You're just, I don't know.
It's her fault.
Well, because you sit there and you're like, oh my god, you remember that vacation we took and it was so much fun and you weren't a dick to me then?
So memories.
Yeah, it's memories.
Yeah.
It's just when you're alone, like when you're with people, like I cannot give a shit less about him, like. Right. Then I'm like, oh man.
You're gonna like go to the bathroom in 10 minutes and like call him.
No, it'll be
he just treated me so bad.
Well, it's a learning process.
Absolutely not.
It's a learning process. Yeah. Now you know what you don't want, which is almost as important as knowing what you do want.
But like, have you said this before that you're not going to talk to him anymore?
Oh yeah, we've been off and on for like.
So chances are you're going to talk to him like tomorrow.
Yeah, he literally said, I was like, he said something about talking, and I was like, I don't have anything to talk to you about, and he goes, okay, well I know I'll hear from you soon, and I was like, fuck you, no you won't.
I feel like you just need a breaking point, and whatever that may be for you.
I'll tell you what, he looked at me in the face and told me I was a super shitty person, and that's why he fell out of love with me.
Well,
and I was like,
this is honest. Oh, no.
I feel like I'm like a counselor.
Do you want to know why I'm a super shitty person?
Yes.
Because I am Snapchat friends with his roommate, and I Snapchatted his roommate last night. So
like
I'm a shitty person, and he fell out of love with me because
a little hypocritical jealousy.
It sounds like it's coming. Yeah.
Are you guys roommates?
No.
So she lives next door, and then they're best friends, right? Best friends?
She's like a groupie of 6'10".
Yeah, I'm a groupie. I live there, basically.
Who else?
I don't know. I'm over here a lot more.
What if he Snapchatted her right now? Would that be okay?
Yeah, and that was what he threw back. Okay, so and
no, that'd be fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
yeah, it'd be weird because they're not friends, but like I'm friends with his roommate. So that would be weird. But like Taylor Welch, so for example, is one of my roommates. And they are friends on Instagram, and during the Mizzou MSU game, he Instagram messaged her and was like, we're pre-gaming here, you should come hang out with us. They're not friends, they don't talk, she doesn't fucking like him. So like, but I didn't throw a big fit about it. I was like, oh my god, you Instagram messaged Taylor. Why'd you do that? Like, so fucking what?
That's weird. That's way weird.
It was weird, yeah, and it was super weird because Shaq and I are friends, and I was responding to a Snapchat when I was drunk. Who gives a shit?
Shaq.
His name is...
Is he like 7 foot tall?
No.
Yeah, I know him. He's like the basketball player?
No, he just plays football here.
Different Shaquille.
Okay.
But he was mad. So then, but the best part was when he was yelling at me and shit, Shaq walked in and he immediately stopped yelling at me. And Shaq was like, what's good? And I was like... And he just knew it. He read my mind.
It is good to have big black friends on your side.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing.
Because Keenan...
Yeah,
good friends with him.
The man.
Keenan's the man. First of all, he's friends with like everyone.
He's
if you go to the bar with Keenan, you know it's gonna be a good night.
Well, just anybody listening, he's probably 6'4", 250.
Yeah,
big black guy, big
6'7",
6'7". Yeah, he's a big guy,
dude. Just ripped.
Like Jack out.
He's tried to get with me and Ciara at the same night.
We went up to him at the tailgate together. We were like, "What's up, Keenan?"
Yeah, we were like, and he literally.
Hey, Keenan, if you're watching.
He went to Nate's Friendsgiving. It was so weird.
When I tell you, so we went up there. She acted like she knew.
He's a good guy. We like
him. He was trying to like talk to both of us, and I acted like I didn't know anything. And we went up to him, and I was like super nice, like all into it, and he literally the whole time was like this, like,
so
like you're Ciara, and act like I'm just talking to you. He was like so awkward, like he knew that we knew, and like he invited us to the same football game, the same like everything, and like we didn't even know this until I was like, oh yeah, that Keenan guy like invited me to the football game. She was like, oh my god, me too. And then we're like, can't wait to see.
I saw him last night for like 5 seconds. He was like, hey dude, what are you doing tonight? I was like, I don't know, what's up? And he was like,
every time I see him, I get it.
Zan, come.
Every time I see him, I'm like happy. I get in a good mood. He's like, well, this is like another thing because you're talking to two different groups of people because you talk to girls and you talk to guys.
Different opinions about everything.
Right? You guys are like, he's so cool.
I mean, he's fun to party with, but that was a shitty thing that he did by trying to get with both of us at the same time.
I will say this.
Okay.
Same night, same
Whenever
night.
a girl tells me, like, they just start bashing on a guy, I will not lie, I never take them seriously. Like for like, not never, maybe not never, but that's a bad example. Like, if I met the guy and he's a pretty cool guy, and then the girl just bashes on him.
But that's different.
It's like,
I think he's a cool guy, but
we're not saying he's not
he does
cool.
shitty things.
We're just saying.
I don't think he's. I think he's so fun to party with. I still party with him since then.
What's the shitty thing? Like him talking to, like, it's not like he was like trying to get with you both at the same time.
Yes, he was.
At the same time.
He just wanted to get to know you
invited us both to the same football game.
Hey, he's a big guy.
Maybe one of you say would know.
He obviously just got denied, like, and then kept asking people.
Yeah. Maybe he was just trying to make some new friends. Just go to the football game with.
He went with a guy.
He called me like 12 fucking times one night after
maybe
the
you want
bars.
a girlfriend's friend, too.
I'm totally calling this episode Battle of the Sexes. Oh, yeah.
Jeez, they came down here and flew some. We were just like,
okay,
yeah, we were having. My legs were crossed. I had a good old conversation. They
but
came
if I was
in,
to sit down here and bring up a girl, like we would probably.
Oh yeah, you'd be like, that slut, she fucked 7 of my bros.
Yeah, or you'd.
But I'd like, you go, girl.
Or you'd be like, oh, she's so hot, and we'd probably be like, oh,
yeah,
she's kind of a bitch.
True, exactly.
So it's.
Well,
or there's probably guys that were like, oh my god, he's so hot, we love him. And you're like, that dude's a fucking tool.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Lady, there's no one else.
It's still a little different though.
It's two different frames of reference.
We should start doing this.
It's
weekly.
who you're attracted to.
We should name it Brewskis with the Bros.
Brewskis with the Bros.
And Lauren and Ciara bashing on dudes.
And you can always just put featuring neighbors.
Featuring the neighbors.
Featuring neighbors.
I might have to pee unless you bring up a cool topic right now.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
I'll be RB.
What's up, Ladybug? Alright, what now?
Would you want to be on Jersey Shore?
Absolutely! I would be Snooki for sure.
You would be Snooki. I would be the Sammy. I would find the boy.
Here, sit down.
Oh yeah, no,
are you kidding? I would be the Sammy.
Just because
100%.
you and Ron is.
Wait,
oh yeah, no, I would be the one with the
Sammy,
boy.
Oh yeah.
Sammy's the one that dated Ron?
Yeah.
Ronnie, right?
Yeah,
they
she
were
was like the
couple.
crazy
And then
relationship.
there's J-Wow as
I would 100% be the coupley one.
J-Wow's.
Was there? Who was the fourth girl?
What the fuck's her name? She's irrelevant. She came in late. Dina.
Oh, yeah,
Dina.
Yeah. She was kind of a bitch.
She was like.
Yes, I agreed.
Wait, so is this New Jersey Shore?
No, fuck no, I'm not watching it. I want it trash.
Is it like the same cast or is it like a new
No,
cast?
they're having like a reunion with them. So.
And it's like,
yeah, look at them. That's
Gulf
them
Shore
now.
or some bullshit.
In that far picture.
This one?
Sticky's so hot now.
Yeah, that's them now.
But I want to be super hot before I go on the show.
Wait, who's?
That's JWoww.
That's Sammy.
No, that's
Dina.
not Sammy.
No, that's not Dina, is it?
JWoww, Sammy.
That's not Sammy.
Who the fuck's Sammy?
That's not Sammy.
Yes, it is. And then Dina and Snooki. Her name's Sam.
Okay, maybe it is.
You fucking.
I wouldn't know.
What do you mean? That's Sam.
You know? Wait. Okay.
Dina.
You know who Ron's dating now?
No.
Khloe Kardashian's best friend.
No, he's not.
Yes, they
no,
are.
he's not.
Yes,
no,
they
he's
are.
not.
Yes, they are.
All right.
Oh yeah, you can have your seat back.
Can I?
Yeah. I'm going upstairs anyway.
How long are you gonna be doing a podcast for?
Until we decided to call it quits.
I say, your dog likes me.
I know.
Till midnight.
And I'm so mad because he said we were gonna do stuff and get food, and I was so excited.
Like
I think if you.
I do
Midnight.
pet
Like
her.
Maybe.
She seems
No
very
way,
skittish.
Jose.
How is she?
I have work at 9 a.m., which means I gotta go to bed by 9 p.m.
You gotta get that 12 hours.
Oh yeah.
You said she doesn't like guys?
I wake up early.
Does she not like Trud?
I don't know.
Trud? Our dog last year hated
so
Trud.
like,
I don't know. She's only
do you have your
twice.
phone on you?
Yes, I do.
What are you trying to say?
Me and my friends got money to spend. Well, one topic I wanted to talk about, but I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't
What,
know
is it
if
gonna
you
blow
three. It's the U.S. men's national team, because I'm curious what your thoughts
No
are.
clue what that is.
So basically, the United States just got kicked out of the World Cup for the upcoming World Cup 2018.
Soccer.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna look at the bracket.
we have this
The group
just
right
stud,
now.
like wonder kid, who I think is going to be phenomenal and the best player.
What's
in
his name
US
again?
history. Christian Pulisic.
He is amazing.
So good. He's 19. 19 years old.
Wait, so we're not allowed to play in the World Cup?
Well, we're allowed to, but
They said-
we just didn't qualify. There's because the whole
Why?
world's playing, and they're only like.
They said Trump's your president.
30.
You can't
Yeah,
be in
they
the
didn't
World
let
Cup.
us play.
I think it's like 32
that's not
teams
right.
or something.
No.
Where is
And
the thing?
so
this
only
year?
32 countries can make it. It's in
Russia.
That's amazing. Could you imagine being like, oh wait, fuck, I'm thinking of the Olympics.
It's basically it's
But I mean, that's pretty
Just
cool
as
too. The World
big,
Cup
I'd
for
say.
soccer. That's
Or
amazing.
Maybe even bigger.
I'm not even
only
a soccer
because it's
fan.
one.
I'm not even a soccer fan, but
Here are the groups. Oh no, this isn't a good bracket. There was a bracket.
So what do we do? They just trained all that time and now they just
Okay, here's the thing.
don't do anything?
They're. I mean, it's really bad. Just based off our qualifying bracket, we lost to Trinidad and Tobago. We could throw together a team in Missouri and probably beat Trinidad and Tobago. For real.
Yeah.
And we threw out supposedly our best players.
Or even like a regional team, like Midwest.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
So what's the problem?
right.
Is it like the
They have what's Trinidad? Look up on another tab their population, Trinidad and Tobago's population, because I have no idea. Huh? What'd you say, Noel?
Oh my god.
problem?
Well, there's a lot of.
What's their GDP? Who the fuck are you,
Probably
Trinidad?
bad. Are they under? Who owns them? Is it? Who owns? Who? What?
Population 1.3 million. That is one.
Yeah, round up.
What do we
1/3.
have?
That's 1/3. Not even.
What do you mean, like 1/300th?
No.
1/3.
Third, because we have what?
No, 1/300th.
No, that's
Yeah,
one-
he's right.
Yeah, because we have 300 million.
Yeah, he's right. Oh, wow.
Damn.
I didn't even know that we had 300 million.
300.
I've never even heard of this country.
Not.
Is this in South America?
It's like a
Or is it
no.
Africa?
It's a Caribbean island. I think it's a little bit more southern than Jamaica. Look up go back, see
Maybe
where,
on map.
yeah, see where it is. Anyway, I mean it's not that big of a deal. The fact that we lost to a country with that many people. Scroll out a little bit more. No, you go back to that.
Go to maps.
No,
I
got it. And click on it, and then just scroll out a little bit. So it's right off the coast of South America, I feel like.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Oh, right by Venezuela. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so really small island, right? And you're telling me that how many people even they put together a team that's supposed to be our best players in our whole country. And that just makes no sense at all. That should never happen.
Yeah. How did we not pull that game off?
I
mean,
not
so
even much on the line.
You don't drink out of a can.
I don't know. And there's a lot of theories about it. We put on players that don't care. I think that's the main thing. We just don't have a culture in America that cares about soccer. And, you know, Kristen Pulisic, he's just like a diamond in the rough, honestly. He's amazing.
He's starting to kill it up.
Yeah, we have a bunch of young upcoming players, but I think our system, so Germany, Spain, all these countries put kids in like these academies at a very young age. If you can tell they're going to be really good, they're in academies. There's videos of Messi when he's 8 years old just tearing up everyone.
He's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and look at, he's the best player in the world now. So we don't have that kind of culture because the whole other sports argument, have you heard that? Like people choose different sports like baseball and football and basketball. Everyone's saying like, what if LeBron James grew up playing striker?
Right.
I think about like,
but you never know because I think he's born to play basketball because he's the best basketball player.
Do you think there's people that are born to do stuff that don't just because they never like tried?
So you're saying they were never exposed to that crap?
I never tried to play sports growing up, or like gymnastics, like stuff like that. Like, what if I would have started at a young age? Like, do you think like?
But if you would have tried, you probably tried it, didn't you? If you would have tried.
You never played soccer.
There's natural. Okay, I believe.
I did a week soccer camp. When I went into high school, my dad made me try all of like the sports camps for a week. So I did like. Because he wouldn't let me do cheerleading. That was
like
what
a
I
lot of it is your parents too.
Yeah, I did like softball,
my kid's
tennis.
gonna play sports.
There's so much stuff that goes into it.
Golf,
I think
soccer.
the main thing is that we just don't have a culture in America that is for soccer. Right. Honestly, that like promotes soccer.
Yeah, and
I mean, but there are
slowly shifting.
Also, but there at the same time. But you played growing up, and you played so many good players that I know for a fact I played some amazing players that played 2 years up and were just studs completely. I don't understand how they can't make it through the system.
Yeah,
like players like that. I think like the system just above 8th grade or something is failing us because I know
possibly.
I don't know. I think when it goes into high school, they should
maybe the
not go to high school.
A lot of good players. I'm sure you know as well. A lot of just very quality players go on and don't even play in college.
Exactly.
And they're just done. Like
what are the benefits to winning the World Cup? Like,
you just get so much. Well,
like so. If
there money?
Would that ruin? Would that
look that up?
Would that help our economy if we won the World Cup?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because it.
So like, is it worth it for us to start take kids out of school and just have them playing soccer?
You would get, That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I know you're saying that. I'm saying, is it worth it?
No, you would go to school, but you would be in an academy for soccer.
Like how gymnasts train 6 hours of their day.
So
they're also in school or getting their GED.
Well, like my friend's little sister, literally,
with other sports instead of strictly.
She's super good at gymnastics, so she does homeschool and is in the gym literally for like 8 hours.
But they're trying to think of like a schooling way to do that without having to homeschool. Having like a school.
That's a good analogy because she said gymnasts, like Gabby Douglas and Shawn Johnson, all the young girls and stuff. They're amazing at like 13, 14, and it's because they do that their whole lives constantly. Like they're not going to a normal school and just going to gymnastics practice after school.
There's no way you can be that great.
So young.
But that takes so long to develop a system like that too.
And a gift from the start.
Yeah. But I think there's people now.
I feel like a lot of that's parenting. Like that girl probably didn't want to spend 5-6 hours.
Yeah, I think about that too. I'm like, who is willingly like, I want to do that?
Her to work hard.
Yeah.
Don't act like it's child slavery. You are.
It's not. No, it's not. It's like I would do that. I would 100%. I would want my kid to be a good.
The academy is paying.
I'm going to make him practice.
The academy is paying for it, and you're still making friends that are on your teams and stuff. The people that fall out, okay, you still get an education.
It's not. You don't understand how much of a gift that is too. If you get to play soccer for that much all day, like that's a gift. That's not something that you should be.
That is a gift that you should be grateful for. But I've been in both states of mind. I've played soccer where I've enjoyed it and loved it, and I've played where it's like the worst thing ever to show up to practice.
I agree.
It's all mindset.
But here, how do you think about?
But I mean, there's people out there that
we played against some pretty good players. I'm sure throughout our days. I'm not saying I was on the best team or like nearly the best player at all, but I played against some teams like the academy teams and stuff. Every player on that team is just amazing, and I don't know how none of them, like, where do they go? I guess, do they just go to college and just kind of fade off?
I know one example. There's a guy named Marky Segbers, best player I ever played against personally. He played on the academy team. I think it was your age, because there was only an academy team in St. Louis every 2 years. He played up. He's playing at Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin with another kid who was my age.
Oh yeah, go Badgers.
Who were like the two best players in St. Louis, and now they just won some big tournament for college. I don't know what it was. Like their senior year, they just won. So I guess that some of them go on.
That proves to you right there the culture. Like, if that was college basketball, I would know.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's college soccer, so no one knows because no one cares.
It was a big tournament too. I don't know what it was.
And it's this is the problem, is like it's the whole culture, because no one even thinks about that. College football.
My 2 cents would ruin this conversation.
No, college football and what?
Soccer's for pussies. No, I'm just kidding.
College football and college basketball have been like a staple in like for years and years and years, like since the 70s and 80s.
Do you think? I think the culture's slowly moving that way.
It is
very slowly.
Very
slow. Too slowly, I think.
I respect soccer way more than I did in high school, for sure. Nowadays, like it's not that I didn't. It's not that I didn't respect soccer. It's just soccer wasn't important to me.
Do.
True.
Like the MLS was like on like an up. Like it was growing.
The problem with the MLS is, I'd say I don't know the stat, but half of them I bet are foreigners.
Yeah, but that's But even if we got all foreigners over here, which would never happen.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying American-bred talent, I think, is the issue for our national team.
Well, ideally, if they are a good enough star, they're going to be like Pulisic and be going over to play the best leagues. Like
So how many Americans like go somewhere else to play? Is that common?
Very few.
Very few.
Why do you think that is that foreigners are so much better at sports?
Their culture. It's just
soccer.
It's been their sport for years.
Yeah. Think about it. In like England, like soccer is the sport. Like,
What would you say America's sport is?
Football.
Yeah.
Or baseball. It's probably a toss-up.
It's just like there's a lot.
Baseball, a lot of them are foreigners too. So
Wait, you guys said football or baseball?
Mm-hmm.
I would say
probably one of those two. Maybe
even
basketball. Yeah, definitely football, basketball, baseball, soccer.
I'm going off the percentage of people.
Hockey's above. Like they're
the highest percentage of Americans that play a big sport is NBA.
I believe that.
It is. What would be higher?
MLB definitely not. What about NFL? Where
NFL
probably
it's
right
probably
there.
toss-up.
Yeah, toss-up. Yeah.
NFL or NBA?
NBA, because Spain's pretty good at it.
Yeah, actually, I would say NFL, but I mean, it's definitely close. I mean, just because
NFL then NBA.
Just because
top two.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then then everyone would say baseball's America's pastime, and then half of them. I'm not saying this is not a statement about like I love it because like all the foreigners make it so much better.
Like Yadier Molina is the fucking man.
They're making it so much better, but baseball's known as America's pastime, and I don't know, like there's not even the most American players in that sport, like based on.
I feel like it'd be football.
Yeah.
I think so too.
But anyway, like soccer's not even the question.
Yeah.
So that's why
there was always like a negative stigma against soccer.
That's why all these foreigners are coming over here to play soccer because the ones that aren't like good enough to play professional over there are coming over here because they can make. I mean, well, they probably don't make.
Because they like super good.
They probably make a million. What are MLS contracts like? Like, are they making
small? They gotta be small.
Yeah, but they can make money playing soccer.
But still, this is
it's like guys that play. Like I know guys that like were like decent at basketball that went over to like Europe to play in their like European basketball league, so that they can make money playing basketball.
Well, here's another
the same thing.
Yeah, so it's like people from England coming here to play soccer. So
even if like the minimum in MLS is, I'm just completely spitballing here. I don't know, like $75,000 a year for a minimum player.
Yeah, let's look that up too.
I don't know. I'm completely guessing.
Wait! Before we move on, I read this earlier. This is actually pretty interesting. So Germany won the 2014 World Cup. Great. Which, by the way, the 2014 World Cup, the like playoff round, the single elimination, I had a bracket and called every single game right. Which
really?
I wish I would have bet some fucking money, dude. I didn't bet any money. But Germany agreed to pay each member of the 23-man squad a €300,000, so about $400,000 bonus if they won the World Cup. One prize Germany won't be allowed to take home with them is the actual trophy. Because it's a magnet for thieves. The winning team only gets a replica.
But what does that even do?
Interesting.
What does that bonus even do, though?
What do you mean?
You think that is a big enough incentive for them to care enough to win the World Cup?
How much do you train? How long do you train?
Obviously, it helps. Like answering the question
throughout the training.
So is there a World Cup every year?
No.
So I'm saying, based on they get paid no matter what to play on the international team.
So this is a bonus on top of it.
That's what I'm reading.
It's the same thing as football when football players win the Super Bowl. I mean, I guess it's a little different because it's a whole
bonus. If they won,
same thing.
The way I read it is, it's a bonus if they
So you
win.
think if they win, if they play, they still get paid
anyway? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So they get paid, and then
so
if they win, then they just get a bonus.
You're telling me $408,000 is going to make you be like, I'm going to go after that ball a little bit harder.
Whenever you already have $23 million.
No, but if they're paying that much money to each player.
Is that what it takes to show them that they care enough to win the World Cup?
It's pride. It's pride.
No, that's not what I'm saying though. But it obviously is a significant boost. Answering our original question, it's obviously it's good for the country as a whole.
Well, if there was an international football thing exactly like that, I would not be surprised at all if we did that to NFL.
Yeah.
Because we have.
You don't think teams get a bonus? Like you don't think Jerry Jones is like, here's an extra blah 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 because you won the Super Bowl?
No,
they can't. Can they do that?
I don't know. But
I don't think they can. I mean, maybe if they do, I could see it happening.
Oh, you weren't that far.
Minimum salary. Yeah, that's pretty
70,
good.
75.
Honestly, that's pretty good though.
Like a rookie will earn a league minimum base salary.
Well,
it's not shit compared to any other sport.
This was my point, though.
Oh my God, he won 2 World Cups and made $7.167 million.
That's in the MLS.
Okay, but that's a different topic because he is a superstar that they hired just for people to come to the games.
Well, he didn't actually win those World Cups. He just played in them.
Yeah.
He played with Brazil because Kaká.
So it was literally just like a publicity thing?
Pretty much.
He
still wants to play. Exactly my point. Like, if there was a good culture here, that wouldn't. He'd still be welcomed here, obviously, because he's one of the best players to ever play. But they hired him because people are going to go to the games to see him too.
He's there.
He's obviously a good player. But my thing is, my whole point was about how much they make a year. The minimum is if there's obviously leagues up below the MLS. So if you're that close to making it to the MLS and you don't, the drop off in money is you can't even sustain. It's not a job.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
You probably have to live in a third world country or something.
You could live. It's just the lower leagues of the MLS. Like the St. Louis FC, that's like I think.
Oh, you're saying would stay in the country,
right?
I was thinking
that's what makes it harder.
And I don't know, like the Colombian league.
That's what makes it harder because Bundesliga 1 after the Bundesliga probably makes more money compared to their country than MLS 2 makes because if the average rookie makes $62,000, you can't below that any league below that you couldn't sustain any. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't live off that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So
you wouldn't make enough money, so there's not an incentive to play anymore.
Would you make enough money to support yourself if you're playing for the AA Springfield Cardinals?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. There's no way. How much money are the Springfield Cardinals making? There's no way.
Nothing.
Especially think about how many people are on the roster too.
I bet it's just like a hobby job. I bet they all have jobs outside of it.
That's the problem. I don't know if that's definitely not the only problem, but
AA baseball players make.
If you don't make it in the MLS,
monthly salary of $1,700.
It's not that much though. It's really not that much.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
What, times 12,000 bucks a year, a little bit more.
You think a monthly salary is $1,700? When I lived at Sky, my rent was $750.
Yeah, yeah.
So then that literally leaves less than $1,000 a month for all my bills, grocery, gas, fucking anything I want to do. Which, right now as a college kid, I could totally live on that. That is a college kid, monthly salary. I could do that, but not as a human in the real world, buying a house, buying a car,
so that's what I'm saying.
Kids, being married.
How many soccer players are in them? I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. This is another problem. This is not the only problem, but they're just under the MLS level that are probably good enough to play, and they're not making enough money, so they just quit. Or there's no incentive. That's got to happen all the time.
That has to. But then at the same time, if these like people, because we were saying MLB players are coming over here from like third world countries or like the Dominican Republic,
or Puerto Rico,
like $1,700 in American terms might seem like a lot to them, you know. So maybe that's why they're able to charge so little or pay so little.
That's true. I feel like most of the minor league players though are like all the ones, I don't know, they're all just like little white dudes that went to college. I feel like
I wouldn't know, to be honest.
Do you watch baseball?
I do, but
I feel like all the Dominican and Puerto Rican guys, like they're majority of them are really good and they're always in the MLB. Not always, obviously, but a lot of the guys we bring up are just like from our AAA, like just like little white dudes that went to college and they were like pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I agree with that. Just like Springfield Cardinals.
For minor league teams?
Springfield Cardinals are a lot of.
I don't go to Springfield Cardinal games.
I've been to a couple. It's mainly just like what you said.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Like, because I saw who were hot shots, like Missouri State players that were hot shots that were really good, and they're like, not good enough for MLB, but
it's basically
the really good ones out of Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic get like recruited out of there because they have scouts down there.
It's people that like this making it sound bad. It's people that think they kind of have a chance, but probably don't. That like want to keep trying,
or just love it.
Yeah, which is totally respectable. I mean, if you can make that much.
Bring it back to soccer, though.
But it's not for everybody.
It's way different with soccer. So much different because you can't. The fallout for soccer. The minimum MLB contract is like $400,000 a year, and then below that is even sustainable. But MLS, if you're not even in the MLS, like even if you're in the MLS, you don't even make that much money.
Is there minor league soccer? MLS minor league soccer?
Yeah, St. Louis FC. You didn't even know that, did you? And that's in our town.
Yeah, no.
I
mean, I know that, but I didn't know that.
Well, I'm not saying that bad on your part, but that's
like
you're doing it to prove a point.
I know of St. Louis FC, but I've never been to a St. Louis FC game. Like I know.
Small.
Yeah.
Plus, they're relatively new. I think they're like 2-3 years old, something like that. They're
pretty new.
At all.
But the thing is, I love soccer, and I haven't been to one game.
I don't really have any interest. I'd rather watch.
I know, like my group of friends from home that played soccer, like Willers and Pudman and Tommy, and then they go to the game.
They've always.
But
been
just
like
to
that.
like not
the
because
thing is like.
I'd go if I had the opportunity. I'm not going to go out of my way to go.
I love soccer, but it's so hard to get excited about it when our top talent is losing to like terrible teams.
That's definitely not helping.
It's like we put out our best players, they're saying, and I could see a bunch of the players like they're not giving any effort. Michael Bradley was walking the last 5 minutes of the game.
Michael Bradley fucking sucks.
I think he's terrible. I could name 2 players I like played against that were they're better. They look faster. I've seen both people play. I've been around soccer my whole life. I can tell if someone's good or not.
No,
doesn't matter if they're on TV.
Michael Bradley's not good.
He makes an occasional good pass. He's not good at defense. He's okay at passing.
His turnover
He can't shoot. He can shoot okay. He's had a couple good goals in his career, but how is he better than some of these people?
I don't know. You're probably better than him.
No.
I'm saying they turn the ball over all the time. They can't pass the ball. They can't make good runs. They don't know how are they playing. I just don't understand.
I don't get why he's been such a big part of the United States team. He's been the starting center mid for years now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Christian Pulisic is like a star, like a stud. And he should play, but like, I don't know how we don't have everyone like that.
Yeah.
Why is everyone not like that?
We're going to get pizza.
Dude, he did ball the last game against Trinidad, right? He's the one who scored?
Yeah, he scored. Did we score twice?
It's a weird time, though, for the U.S. as far as soccer goes for the men's team. Sorry, I was thinking about
how rude they interrupted us.
They got dramatic there for a second.
It was so like it caught me off guard because they just both come down and they're just
yelling. I'm like,
they're screaming.
They were like, yeah, I want that.
Then, like right after we get done talking about being dramatic.
The irony
is perfect timing.
Well, I was just more like just fucking confused at that point because they're I didn't even know what was going on, like what was being said because everybody's just yelling over each other, and by everybody I just mean those two. But it was fun.
They're having their own little conversation for.
I didn't learn one thing I did not know about girls.
We were standing here like looking at each other like what.
I did not learn one thing I didn't know about girls because I already knew they do that.
Very true.
Way too much.
Very true. You gonna drink this Kirkland.
I'll shotgun it.
Signature beer.
If I could borrow that.
Yeah, absolutely. The Tool. The Raging Mammoth. Shout out to Raging Mammoth. Do us an advertising.
Raging Mammoth.
They sponsor this podcast.
Yeah.
Raging Mammoth.
No, honestly though, I keep telling my mom about this podcast. Like this is like a long-term goal. Like hopefully I will be doing this in 10, like 5, 10, maybe in 15 years. You know, like.
Well, this is something as a hobby you could do any day.
Totally.
It's like on top of what you would do no matter what. So what do you see yourself doing in 10 years then? Like, because I know you have a lot of different things you aspire to do. You know, I feel.
Here, can you turn this?
I definitely want to keep training jiu-jitsu. I enjoy doing that a lot.
Yeah, how's that going? That sounds fun.
Dude, you'd be good at it. You guys will both be good at it.
Me and my cousin almost started MMA up, but I just didn't have the time and the.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
That would be a really cool thing to get into, like, after college.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
More time, just after work or something. My thing, I think I'd always be good at it. I've never been like that like violent of a person. If you asked any of my friends if like they saw me get in a fight, they'd like laugh.
Right.
Because I would just never get in a fight. I've never gotten hit in the face or punched anyone in the face. Because I've had no reason.
So if you were to train, would that be your motive to to train to?
Not at all. Just to be able to fight? Just to be able to know. It's like basically having a weapon.
Yeah.
Because
and it's staying in shape.
Yeah,
it's a great workout.
Yeah. That's how I would do it.
Because I'm the same way. Like I've never been in the exception. I used to get pretty nasty in soccer for there were a few years where I was overly aggressive. But with that exception, I've just never had the desire to fight anybody. I've never been that. I did punch my friend in the face one night, and I felt terrible about it. Back in high school, when I was really blacked out.
Yeah. Even when I'm drunk or anything, my instincts have just never told me to do that. And I don't know what that is. I just never.
No, that's a great quality to have.
I mean, I guess I don't know. Some people would say you're a pussy.
The main reason.
Which maybe.
No, it's not. You're not. No, that's not. That's being the smarter person.
If I had to, I feel like I would or could.
I think you could defend yourself adequately, honestly.
Yeah, but that's why. I mean, that's maybe one reason. It's not I feel like all girls should do an MMA class or some kind of self-defense class. I feel like they should definitely do that.
Yeah.
Just because
I couldn't.
That helps so much with anything and with I don't know all the stuff coming up lately about all this sexual assault stuff and sexual.
My cousin.
I'm not saying all of it's real. I mean, most of it I'm sure is real, but some people are fabricating it just for their case. But I feel like if every girl learned how to do.
My cousin lives in New York City, and she does she does all kinds of self-defense stuff.
New York especially, I feel
yeah.
That'd be
for
great,
for that reason specifically, that she's a girl walking to work, walking around places late at night.
You just never know. I mean, we're so young now, and at any point in life we could get mugged, whatever it is, and just to be able to defend yourself adequately, I don't know. I think that was the main reason because going out to bars this age and
defending yourself, defending other people, that, and just staying in shape and just being. I mean, it's confidence too. There's a lot of stuff. It's not just black and white. You could do it for. I could write down 10 different reasons why it's a good thing to do.
Just working out.
Yeah, there's no really negatives to it either. It's not it brings you violence. I don't think.
No,
it's
not at all.
Promoting violence.
Especially not jiu-jitsu. Maybe boxing. Maybe.
Well, boxing.
People
I think
make
that
argument
both are they're very relaxing. In a weird way, an indescribable way.
Well, some people have stressful jobs and they love to just go punch a punching bag, which is completely fine because I've felt like that a lot of times.
Totally.
If I have a lot of homework or something or a hard ass test, I'll want to go just punch something.
There's something very calming about that, relieving that tension.
Yeah.
That's why I think everybody should learn at least a little bit. Martial arts. That's just my personal. But
no, I agree.
10 years down the line, or I don't know. I'm kind of the same way, kind of taking it day by day. Ideally, getting a decent job, but I think it'd be cool to start some side businesses, and ideally to keep this podcast going and brand myself through the podcast, and then from there you can if you build up an audience, you can make money.
Yeah.
Simple as that. You can find advertisers
easily, dude. There's people that you can, I don't know, Joe Rogan's podcast, he's already rich, and his podcast, like every episode, he gets millions of views, and he can make hella money through that.
Have you watched that? Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yeah. I've watched a little too much, probably.
I've watched some pretty good ones.
Yeah, I've only seen a couple.
He's got a lot of interesting people.
I listened to him.
Yeah, go.
I listened to him on my ride, like from St. Louis to Springfield, like long car drives. I'll listen to Joe Rogan's podcast.
I'll just toss one on or toss a couple on, and then
they're pretty entertaining.
He's a big reason why I started this, honestly.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool, like just hanging out and recording, and at the bare minimum, I think it's cool because like my kids will see like what I was like at this age, and you know, like they're like they have access to this shit, you know.
You gotta pop the top on that bad boy. I saw one about like how there's so much.
This tastes like ass, by the way.
I bet.
Yeah, I bet it does.
I didn't think it was gonna taste very good.
If you're a certain age,
you might have got that a little bit.
Oh no.
We have so much information, so much phones, and so much stuff out, like that are gonna be on the internet.
Everything's recorded, man.
Dude, it's crazy. I think that there's gonna start within the next 50 years. That's just like an estimate.
We're talking about.
People are gonna be able to their kids are gonna be able to. Their parents won't even actually die because there's gonna be so much information about them online. If their
legacy will always live on.
Pretty much, like you just know.
Like you can't look online at like a video and see what your grandma was like now, but like
there's like maybe what your great grandma. How many pictures do you have? Were there 3?
Yeah, really.
Now, like in 50 years, our kids are gonna see our parents and be like, wow, like there's pictures everywhere. There's videos. There's
selfies.
All information.
Of us now.
There's all information, even videos and everything. You can do like your your grandkids or great grandkids will be like, oh yeah, look at this.
I'm sure they're gonna watch this.
That's how I like to look at social media, like specifically Instagram. That's all. Like probably the past year or two. That's all I've thought of Instagram. I never post anything for anybody else now. I only post it so that I can save it forever.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I don't have one, so
it's probably for the best, honestly.
I just take
Instagram's my favorite social media, just because it's not like.
I have so many. I despise Instagram just based off of what I hear about it and like everything. Because every time I hear about Instagram, it's people posting pictures and like how many likes you get or like about likes. And I know people, everyone is guilty for this because it's like natural. You want to be liked and want people to like your stuff. But every time I hear about Instagram, it's about people talking about likes or, yeah, I like this girl. I don't even know her, but hopefully she likes mine back. Like. People just scroll through and just double tap just so people like theirs back.
It's weird.
It's not even personal. Like it's not personal at all, and it's such a pretentious thing. I feel like it's such a selfish point of. I don't know.
No. You're totally right.
Twitter and Facebook, like obviously you want to get likes and stuff, but people on Instagram are posting their hottest pictures, just trying to make themselves look as best as possible, editing them just so people like it, just so they look better.
That's superficial as fuck.
Yeah,
that's so superficial.
And what other reason would people? I respect the people that are posting just like awesome selfies of here's the Grand Canyon, look at this, and look how beautiful this is. 84 likes. Who cares? It's awesome. Like you went there, but then there's girls like. Dresses down to here and stuff, and like their friends, like I don't know.
Like whenever your self-esteem
guys do that too,
and your confidence is based off of Instagram likes, that's a fucking problem waiting to happen because whenever those likes fade out, I'm assuming Instagram will be used a lot less after college, so like whenever those likes fade out, like is your confidence gonna go away?
I think there's other things.
I feel like I use it for more of like what you said, like for my own reason, and so my friends can like see what I don't like. Me personally, I know that there are people like that, and that is a stereotype. I don't care how many like likes I get. Like I don't care. Like people will like brag about their like follower ratio and stuff like that. Like no, I don't care about any of that.
That's a big thing too.
Yeah, I just remember I like being able to see like what people are up to, like in just a picture rather than reading stuff. I'm a more like visual guy. Like I'd rather watch a video than read a book.
Right.
Like I'm just more of a visual guy than like a reading guy. So therefore, that's why I like Instagram.
But we all know that person who's like a different person on Instagram than they are in person. They like to hype up their life like so much.
Yeah. Here's an example. So
Going back
I'm not gonna.
It's your name. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not naming any names, but I know someone who we have a class with, this one girl, and they were like, yeah, I follow her on Instagram, and she follows me back, and I like her pictures, but they just never ever talked in the class, whatsoever, or acknowledge each other.
This is like a new bizarre way of communicating that's never existed before.
Like each other's pictures, but not like I care. I could not care less, but
no, but that's bizarre. That's
just
weird.
So dumb. It's just like it's proving the stereotype of millennials being like antisocial and not being able to actually hold real relationships. Right there. And like if millennials get offended about older people, older generations saying that we can't talk or hold conversations or we suck or whatever, like that's right there. The proof is right there. All social media.
I wouldn't disagree with a lot of like the criticism that we take from older generations either.
Yeah,
I think a lot of what they have to say has a lot of validity.
I even think like how they think it's better. Sometimes I agree with them, like how they didn't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
What would you guys like if you guys had to choose? Would you grow up with social media or without it?
It's so hard because
No, I like the day and age that I live in, but also like that era, like our parents' era, I feel like is a super like great time.
There's
to grow
so many
up.
pros and cons.
Yeah,
the pros and cons list would go on for hundreds on each.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're totally right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so hard.
I think overall I would choose this because you can always choose how you're going to react to it. So it's better to have accessibility to those platforms.
Agree. You could react to it as in any way you want, and you can be your own person no matter what. You could choose not to be on it. You could be on it. But I think the fact that we have the access to it is amazing. I could call someone in China right now and talk to them.
That's so cool.
It's crazy. Could you tell someone that like 30 years ago they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" Mm-hmm. They freak out.
That's so cool. That's
so
cool
I think it's just crazy. I just think the way that we react to it and deal with it is up to us and more important, you know.
I'd rather and for. I guess another thing to answer your question 10 years from now, I'd like to be like traveling as well. So the internet gives access to be able to keep up with those friends you make while traveling. Like if you have friends over in Sweden or wherever, like
Facebook message.
And that's cool.
Yeah,
like
awesome.
and we know what our friends are up to that go to like other schools and stuff like that. Like we're still in contact with them. Like without social media, it'd probably be pretty hard to like keep your friends that like you're not close contact with, you know.
So it creates benefits, but it also creates problems at the same time.
I think the problems definitely are outweighed by the benefits, though. The benefits.
Wait,
like I don't.
I said that in that bad way.
I know what you're saying though.
The benefits outweigh the problems. That's what
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Based off
I don't have any problems with it. I mean like personally.
I just think it causes like people to act a certain way though. Because if you look in social media right now, I don't know. I just feel like everyone seems the most unhappy they've ever been, just based on social media. Like look on Twitter. Like I'll be on Twitter every day and I'll just see everything is negative almost. I'll see a funny tweet here and there, and then everything is just negative.
Right.
And everyone acts like they're happy. Like everyone puts on. I don't know. And I'm not saying that's social media's fault.
Or is it like people are just able to express that negativity now that they have the platform to do so, or
maybe, and that could be the negativity could be coming from something else too. But I think that could be part of it too. Yeah, just expressing the negativity.
I do think it leads to some depression though, because you're gonna see other people's lives and then start comparing your life to theirs, and that's I think the biggest problem. Which platform is the biggest problem that leads to that is Instagram for sure.
Yeah, that's not why I don't have it, but
maybe in Snapchat too. Like you're seeing what other people are doing, and some people get really good at like hyping up their own lives on Snapchat.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely. Yeah. You'll see someone with they'll post a Snap story with them like their Rolex watch and like driving like a Mercedes, and it's like balling tonight or something like that.
Right.
And you're just sitting in your bed, like in your twin bed, and eating Doritos. You're like, wow.
Sick.
I don't really care.
So true.
But you kind of do care at the same time. You're like, how does that happen?
It's got to bother you a little bit because you're like, damn. Like you start comparing yourself. You're like, damn, they're having such a fun time tonight, and like My night's subpar at best.
Yeah, that was everything. I feel like that's a little thing, though. I don't know.
It's obviously it's a choice.
Right.
What were you saying? No, sorry.
Well, no. It's like if I have a test the next day and I'll see all my friends' Snapchats.
Yeah. It's situational.
Yeah.
Because it could go the other way. I mean, everybody experiences that.
Right.
Like, everybody experiences jealousy of like having to do something shitty one night and everybody else is doing something fun. Like we've all been there.
Right. Yeah.
Did you know about it now?
I think the best part is just not even acknowledge it.
Or knowing. Not even knowing it.
Like whenever like everyone was in New Orleans and I was home.
Yeah.
That was so shitty.
I didn't pay attention.
I couldn't not look at it. I couldn't not look at it. Like I didn't want to like. I don't know why.
I'd rather hear the stories.
Doing nothing. I was playing Xbox, like looking at Snapchat stories of everybody having a fucking blast.
And then what you have to look up to is Xbox.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then when you're playing Xbox, you're like, wow, I'm a loser. For real. And it tumbles on and tumbles on. And if you,
one negative thought can lead to another negative thought.
If you actually have like mental or like I don't know, like depression or anything like that, that kind of stuff can like build up. And I don't know. I'd like to see studies done on depression linked to not just social media, but all social experiences. I don't know. With a social media.
Well, I mean, there's definitely studies that are like that. Like, I
might need to just look.
Yeah. Them up. I mean, just like as far as like bullying. Like, if people are mean to you, then
think about that.
That gives you depression.
Online bullying.
So, like, cyberbullying, making you seem way cooler than somebody else. Like,
Think how many deaths cyberbullying has caused. A lot, probably.
Majority of suicides nowadays probably have something to do with that. Like, I mean, it definitely all adds up. Like, it's obviously different factors, not just one thing is going to cause somebody to. Like,
you guys just reminded me of something. I literally, no joke, dude. Like today, so again, I'm not gonna say any names, but this dude who is roommates with somebody who comes to our house like all the time. Like he's like best friends with Pat, so he's here like every day. Actually, I had him on the podcast yesterday, and I found out his roommate killed himself 3 weeks ago. Like, just found this out today, and I was just like mind blown. Like, because I didn't know the guy well, but like I met him earlier this semester, and like we hung out like once or twice, and I was just like, "Are you serious?" Like, because I hadn't seen him in a few weeks.
You just hang out with him, and it's normal, probably.
Well, people are very good at masking that shit.
Yeah, but that's a problem.
Yeah, like Cameron, like no one knew, like shit. People hide stuff back. Like they need.
Do you want to hear a crazy story about Cameron? This is bizarre, and like it might sound a little. I'll just tell the story. So Cameron passed away to suicide, right? And a few days before that, I didn't even really like consciously think about it, but I had a dream that he passed away and like he was dead. I don't think it was a suicide, but he was dead, right? And I woke up that next morning, didn't really, you know how you wake up. You wake up and kind of live the rest of your life, go on about your day. I didn't really consciously think about that dream or anything. A few days later down the road, I find the news, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, he passed away he's been gone. What are you telling me? And he's like, no, like, he killed himself last night. And I was so confused because I'd been living the past few days with him being dead, and I don't know, it was just really weird. It's almost like you can tap into like that shit with dreams.
See, I've been having some weird dreams lately. I'm not gonna lie, I've had some weird dreams.
Like what?
Like the Purge. like weird shit. Like, I don't know why.
Wait, like the Purge, like
where like everyone's like goes crazy and the world's ending and shit, and like you can do whatever you want and like shit like that.
Dude, I've been having really realistic dreams about, and you know, just like things like people in my life that I talk to on a daily basis. That like things, just basic things are happening.
Are they good things? Like,
they're just like normal everyday. It's like I live another day in a dream.
Yeah,
but with the people I like talk to every day.
It's so weird how like looking back into my dreams, like how I should be able to know that they're not real. Like just because everything's way different. Mm-hmm. Like I'm in Springfield, but Springfield's not the same.
Yeah.
Like everything's way different. Dreams are so weird, dude. They're so cool.
They're so bizarre.
We just still don't know anything about them or like how they.
Yeah.
Like the science behind them, you're saying?
Yeah, like how. how and why we think like that, and how like what happens. Like you could have a dream like that, like basically like seeing the future, or just a really big coincidence. But how would that be? How would that happen? Or I could have just an everyday normal life dream and just it.
I wish my dreams were all like stereotypical dreams where I'm like on a fucking yacht. Like actual dreams.
In your dreams.
Yeah.
And then it happens.
Yeah. But it doesn't work that way.
I don't know. I'm kind of convinced because I have a friend back home, and she came over for Thanksgiving, and her dad passed away a year ago, and she said she was having dreams about her dad passing before it happened. Same thing this past February. My uncle passed away this past February. My dad was having dreams enough, like these dreams were like provoking him enough to tell him to take action and be like, hey, you should start carrying a gun on you. Like it was like affecting my dad that much to where he found his brother to be unsafe and like told him to start carrying. Like
that's crazy. Cause
I don't know.
I just talked to a kid in my class, one of my classes that, I mean it's after the fact, but unfortunately his dad passed away, and recently, and ever since after that he has dreams that like his dad's like living. Or like he just lives with his dad in his dreams a lot, like all the time, and then he'll wake up and just be like depressed that he's just not there.
Do you think that's like a coping mechanism?
I don't know, but it's subconscious.
No, I think
it's subconscious. So you don't. How do you tap into your subconscious? Because obviously he's sad every day. If my dad died, I'd probably cry about it for. I can't even imagine, honestly, but. If I had dreams about him being there every single day after that and kept waking up and knowing he wasn't there, that's got to be some kind of thing that is subconscious. And like, how do you?
I don't know.
How do you?
It's so beyond us. It's so beyond us. I'm convinced through dreams though, because dreams are pretty much your subconscious taking over, right? Like,
yeah, it is.
Okay, so it's almost like you can tap into that through your subconscious, and time's not even like a factor.
If there was a way you could tap into your actual, I mean, I don't know. People lucid dream.
That's
that's one thing, but that's a topic way over my head because I've never.
I've heard people go way in depth about that, and it's way.
My buddy told me so. Like he taught himself how to lucid dream, and he said what he would do is the camera actually just went out, so they won't be able to see this, but. Like, he would basically put one palm up, like you're going up for a high five flat, and then one pointing finger, and you would do this. And he said he would just do this before he went to bed every single night, right?
Before he fell asleep? Until he fell asleep?
No, I think just like a few, maybe 20 times every night.
How the hell does that change anything, though?
So he said he would get in the habit of doing this before he went to bed, and then he would do it in his actual dream. And whenever he did it in his dream, his finger went through his hand. And at that moment, he was aware that he was in a dream, and he was able to lucid dream.
That's crazy.
I guys, like, at that point, do you just, like, are you able to just control everything in that reality?
Yes. I've heard that when you lucid dream, you can control everything you're doing.
Like, you could just call, like, what would you guys do if you guys could lucid dream and just pretty much bend the laws of nature and your benefit?
Until I was in that, I would just how would you feel? Because are you conscious? I guess you're conscious in your dream.
So it's like intertwined, like subconscious and conscious.
But are you getting REM sleep while you're doing that?
I don't know.
Because you're conscious, so wouldn't your brain be still pumping blood throughout your?
We need to have a psychology major guest star.
They don't know shit. I'm kidding.
It's so beyond, like,
I don't know. It's way too beyond me.
So unexplainable.
Interesting stuff.
Well, you guys want to call it quits, or you want to keep going? Or?
That's cool with me.
Yeah, I'm going to go get something to eat, I think.
Cool. Hour and a half. Nice. Solid. Do you guys have any last thoughts?
We hit a lot of different, way different topics and jump from place to place, but I like it.
It was a good one.
It was good.
I didn't know what to expect coming into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you were kind of, because
I didn't even know
Thornhill came over, yeah.
I'm glad I did, though.
I'm glad you did, too.
Cool.
This is a cool dynamic. All right, thank you for listening. Bye.
Peace out, homies.
Bye.